I'm kind of bored today, and it's like the 12th, whatever, the day after I just did the motor mounts and I said I wasn't going to do it. So yeah, I got my ZZP stuff in, I got my log, it's literally just held on with one bolt. Got the M90 block off plate, already put that on. I guess you would have seen that in the last video, duh. And then if, I guess you didn't see the live stream, I have a spec series, or a spec S3 Plus or whatever. So I got that, and then I have the hydraulic throwout bearing spacer from ZZP, and then I have the brand new hydraulic throwout bearing. And then I think that was it. I believe that was it. So that's all I got right now. Well, right now, what I'm gonna do is there's no relief on the valve covers, and I've seen it firsthandly where if you don't, you're gonna blow out gaskets. So what I'm gonna do is pull off a valve cover, see if I and if I can. I'm gonna drill some holes. Then we're gonna put in some. We're gonna basically take these guys out. Actually, I don't know if we can do that. One of these is just drilled and tapped. The other shouldn't be. I think this one is the one that is not. I have to take it apart. But I'm pretty much going to put these AN10 bungs in the valve cover, just like I had on the 3400, which will allow for crankcase, pressure, and all that stuff to just go away, catch can and such. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get these valve covers popped off. Alright, so went ahead, removed the one that I had in there. Unfortunately, the other one is just a threaded part, so, but this is, let's see here, an aero flow. So it's got these nice little breather holes in it, so that way it just pretty much breathes right out. I'm going to probably have those guys face up, I do believe. So yeah, basically this guy's going to go through, then this washer goes on, then the nut. There's like a nice little O-ring on there, so that way it doesn't leak. But yeah, this guy's like made out of like fiberglass, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this thing put in. Oh yeah, and then if you're like doing this, make sure you be careful of how thick this is so it doesn't hit your rockers. I can't put it on the top because it would hit the rockers. There's enough room over here for me to put it in. So this is kind of something you need to keep in mind. Alright, so got it on there. That's basically just going to come off this side. So not a big deal. And then I did lift it up to kind of double check, and I kind of shined a light in there looking from the other side to make sure we had clearance. We should be good. It is good. I think there's like probably like that much. And I don't think, yeah, should be good. Should be good. But yeah, and it's nice to see in here. This all looks pretty good. So it looks like whoever had it definitely changed their oil, so that's good. But yeah, so I'll tighten that back down, and that's good to go. I might have to order another one of those because I do not have another. The other one that I have is not like this. This is a nice one because it has the holes in it. I got them facing up. So, but yeah, so those are nice. Kind of helps so it's not just gonna come out right away. It kind of slows it down. But yeah, that's what we got. So let's tighten this thing back down. Okay, so here we are. And I just pulled off this older oil filter housing. And I'm pretty much going to chop up this other one. I've pretty much given up on even thinking about that reselling these because I did a number on them. They're used. I bought them used, so even though they've only got like 10,000 miles on them, but yeah, fuck it. We're going to chop them up. Makes my life easier. Saves me time. So it's worth it. So yeah, took that off. I have another oil filter housing coming that will put the oil filter out right here. And so I'm just kind of going to guess and really hope that I don't screw myself, because that would suck. But game plan is chop this bottom off, bolt it in, and then connect point A to point B. Same thing as I did on all the other ones. So hopefully I was aimed at something that you were trying to see. So yeah, we need to do that. I need to pull the oil pan off. But actually, first thing I need to do is pull that oil pan off. I ordered a weld-in bung, but this one's actually steel. Here, let me flip this one. There we go. So yeah, this one is actually steel, but it's what is that? Like a bulkhead. So it goes through, and there's a nut on the other side. I don't want to use that function on this one. I'd rather just weld it. So what I'm going to do is I got to get that oil pan off and get that bung out, and then take this oil pan off, drill a hole, put a bung in there. Probably going to put it like right here. Probably like right here. Or right here. One of those two. Probably here, because this is probably the better option. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, right here. Just because then I'm not close to this boot. It's already going to be kind of interesting, because it's going to have to like come up really close to this fucking header, because the turbo is going to be over in this area. But yeah, that's all I've got for right now. And then, so yeah, motor mount, oil drain, and then I need to pull everything off. So all my motivation, I got to take it away, because I've got to pull the motor off, because I need the transmission off, so that way I can go to Burlington, Wisconsin, and gonna be teaming up with Team Green Performance for an LSD. Well, it's like an LSD insert. So look forward to that video. That's gonna be dope. So yeah, that's kind of all I've really got. I know I need to go to a parts store at some point this weekend, so maybe tomorrow, different video. Because I gotta get some anaerobic sealer or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But I'm going to probably maybe try my first iteration of buying a serpentine belt, so that way we can see this thing with a belt on it for reals. But yeah, that's where we're at. So let's just hop right into this. Oh yeah, and Morgan's here. Okay, so I got a weld across there, and a weld across down there. We'll have to take it off. I'll have to full weld it, and that should be good. And then I think I'm going to try, so I'm going to take that off, full weld it, and then I'm going to jack this up a little bit and get the supports and everything from underneath the motor, so that way we can get under there and pull the oil pan off, hopefully. So let's do that. Alright, there it is. All welded up, bolted back in. Now next step is jack this thing up and pull the crap out and hope the motor don't fall on the ground. Because if it does, Morgan did something wrong. So let's do that. Okay, there it is. See that? It's holding itself. I did something. Woo! So now we're gonna go ahead and probably do that one first, because that was probably gonna suck. So I gotta get that oil pan off to get the drain. So let's go ahead and do that. Look at that. But yeah, so we'll just keep going. You know, hey, look, I got all the access I need now. Jeez, self-clearancing. All right, look at that. Jesus. And we got over here. Nice little, some damage to the windage tray. Can't confirm. Not supposed to look like that. Looks pretty good. Go over here to the other side. Yeah, it's crazy because this bearing is like, or the crank's like fine. Weird. But yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this bung out, chop it up, and then we gotta pull that oil pan next. So let's do that. All right, so we got the oil pan off. It's got this weird ass thing on it. Also another thing, if you actually give a shit about your oil level sensor, probably remove it, because I broke this one. I was wondering why it was hung up. I thought it was this thing. I think this is the oil thing, but that's interesting. Like the oil gasket, or the oil pan gasket, is the what the fuck is that? It's like a windage tray. So that's pretty interesting. We may have, no, we shouldn't have to. I don't think we should have to modify this. So that's good. So I went ahead, cleaned this up as good as I can. Got this drilled and cleaned. So we're just gonna slide that in there. Slap a little weld around it. Check everything. Everything's magnetic, so it should be weldable for me. So I'm gonna grab a junk AN fitting and throw it on here so that way we don't fuck up these threads, because that'd be a real damn shame. So let's go ahead and do that and then get this thing welded. All right, so we got that on there. Looks pretty good. Just slap some fucking paint on it. Good to go. Yes. Let's see. I don't know if I want to try and reuse this. I'm gonna look and see how much a new one is, and I guess we'll go from there. Because if it's good, hopefully, I mean, I guess I might just reuse it anyhow. Just throw some freaking RTV on there and send it, because I need to have this on so I can get the motor or I need to get the trans off. So yeah, we'll clean that up and get everything, all the surfaces prepped for some RTV, and we'll be good to go. Full send. All right, we just got back from O'Reilly's. I picked up the oil filter housing gasket, a belt that we're gonna try, some black Permatex that we don't need really, but I have it because we need it. And then I have this anaerobic gasket maker that we're gonna need for the transmission on Sunday. And then we got the belt and a new oil pan gasket. So, damn it, so much money. But yeah, now we're gonna go ahead, get the oil pan on there. I'm also gonna try and put the serpentine belt on right now, see if it's the right size. We weren't able to, this is smaller than I was really hoping for, but we'll see what happens. So let's give it a shot. All right, so oil pan is back on. Probably the smarter option was to just straight up do that, because it would have been a pain in the ass to try and do some RTV shit. So yeah, that was 50 bucks. And then the serpentine belt didn't fit. I need a longer one, so that's the fun part of trying to do a custom belt. I need to also weld in a little stop point for this little guy here too. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, I call it success. So all motor mounts are on there. This thing is holding itself up. I'm probably done for the day. I don't really feel like pulling the motor off today. Let's just like let it sit on there for a little while and let it know that I hate it. So yeah, this thing should be sweet. So tomorrow, it's Saturday, this is Friday. I'll have to unbolt all the motor mounts, the trans mounts and shit, get it lifted off. Well, I pretty much just need to get the transmission off. So whatever my best, easiest way to get the transmission off, that's what we gotta do. Once I get the trans off, then wait for Sunday and take it out. I think that's about all I can do. I think I'm pretty much at a dead still. Maybe I'll have Morgan take that belt and tell him to give me a bigger one.
Did they have a bigger one? I thought they'd order it.
I'll just tell him to get the bigger one. That's bigger. It's bigger than two. It's bigger than what the stock one. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I might have to just go with like Baraboo or something like that. Baraboo or any of those and see if they have one. Which would be the worst, because Austin's the only one with geniuses that understand our ways. But yeah, this is all I've got. Pretty good day. We got to see a little bit more carnage of my motor. I got to get that thing put away so that it doesn't get ruined. I don't want my motor to get ruined. Be a damn shame if the 3400 got ruined. So, yeah, because the cam's still good, and the pistons are, all 5 of them are still good.
You know of.
Yeah, until I pull off the one. The only one I'd be worried about is the one with the rod. That's fucking mangled, so. But yeah, that's all we got. You know the drill, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.